So, the power went out yesterday, lightning struck. Thank you, Powerwall, this was such a good decision. And for me, it was a waste of money, and I regret it. The power doesn't work on this one, it works on all the other ones. Not that one, I gotta get that fixed. What you're seeing right here is actually the stormiest that it gets in our little town in southern Utah. So much for a good time lapse. The camera literally almost slid off of the car. We get rain, we get lightning in the summer times. They're called summer monsoon storms. They have them here in the Southwest, and it is really fun. In fact, yesterday, our power went out for 5 minutes, and these power walls turned on and ran the house for 5 minutes, all by themselves. We have had Tesla Solar and Tesla Powerwalls for 6 months now, and I'm not gonna wait until the year review to tell you my thoughts on having the Powerwall. Before I go into all the reasons why, I need to first tell you that I definitely regret buying the Tesla Powerwall, and for me, it was a waste of money, and I regret it. And I'm gonna tell you the reasons why from my perspective, and maybe that'll help some of you in your decision to buy Tesla Powerwalls. I am not a Powerwall hater. I do like the Powerwalls, but I shouldn't have bought it. Let me explain. Got my Tesla surfboard that we cut in half for a video a while back. Still have half of it. I wonder if it still floats. It still floats. Tesla surfboard, first time it's seen the water since the ocean. Yes! I am grateful to have the solar up here, and I am grateful to have the power walls, and I think it is a great thing to have in the future. And I see a lot of people in the future having battery packs to help them when the grid goes down. But from a straight financial side of things, there are considerations to have when you're deciding whether to spend $10,000 on a battery pack or $10,000 on more solar panels. And I'll share all the reasons why and what my considerations are, but first, I wanna talk about today's sponsor of the video, which is Skillshare. I would imagine most of you have heard about Skillshare, but for those of you who haven't, Skillshare is an online learning community with seriously thousands of inspiring classes for creative or curious people. You can connect with a group of other fellow creatives and be part of a community and learn together live. Skillshare likes to call it membership with meaning. And I know a lot of you guys are always asking me, teach me how to do YouTube. What are some tips you have? Well, that's one tip I have. Go to Skillshare. One of the classes that I've actually taken is from our good friend Marques Brownlee, or otherwise known as MKBHD. He created an entire series on how to do YouTube right, or at least how he does YouTube. You can learn how Marques Brownlee does his scripts, how he shoots his video, how he edits his videos, what stuff can be in the background. It's a nice insight into YouTube success from one of the top creators or the top tech creator ever on YouTube. Go take Marques Brownlee's class. It is really good. So for those of you that would like to try Skillshare, I have a special offer that Skillshare has provided for you. The first 1,000 people that click on the link in the description and sign up for Skillshare will get a 1-month free trial. So take advantage of this. Be one of the first 1,000 people to click on the link in the description and explore your creativity with Skillshare. Thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and now we're gonna go back to looking at the data behind a Powerwall. Is it a good decision or not? I don't think it is, but let's find out why. We have solar panels on 3 places on our roof. We bought Tesla Solar, so they're not the Tesla Solar tiles that you see where you actually get the full roof roofed, but they are solar panels that are bought through Tesla. We were lucky enough to get 1 Tesla Powerwall for free. Thank you to all of you guys that used our Tesla referral code to buy your Teslas. Tesla just gave us 1 for free, which is really cool because those cost around $8,500. One of them is not gonna do much, especially for the house that's as large as ours is with our entire office built onto it. So we bought a second Powerwall at full price, which was about $8,500, and then with installation, it's around $10,000 to $11,000. Our solar is covering about 35% of the energy usage for our house, which is pretty good considering we have 1, 2, 3, 4 electric cars. We only drive electric. We only charge at home, really, unless we're on a road trip. And then we've got all the air conditioning units. We have the studio where we work inside of there. There's a lot of things going on in the house. So right now it's the middle of the afternoon, but as you can tell, it is pouring rain. So my solar is currently generating 0, and I'm using around 6.5 kilowatts. We have our pool cleaner going on right now. We have some lights on in the house, but I'm gonna show you, I'm kind of curious by this, how much energy does our house use when we're charging all of our cars and running our air conditioning units? One way to test it out, let's just plug all these things in and test it out. All right, are we ready? I am screen recording. You will see it live. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now so that you can see my screen recording of what it looks like. This is for the Roadster. Let's plug in the red one over here. Beeping at me. We are at 5.3 currently. And, oh, I hear some fans going. It turned yellow. That should mean that the charge is about to happen. And there we go, 13.5 kilowatts right now. Let's plug in the next car, Tesla Model X. We have plugged that in. And, whew, it is humid in here. We're gonna let it go up. Okay, 16.1. It's gonna go higher than that, 19.1. Tesla Model S. 34.7. Okay, let's go inside where the air conditioning is. Oh, that's so hot. Alexa, turn the house on. What this will do is open up every shade, and it will also turn on every light in the house. There we go. All the lights are on. Let's see what that bumps it up to. All right, so that's with the lights on. We got a couple more kilowatts. Now we are going to turn on all of the air conditioning units, because right now they are all turned off. I turned them off just before this. Let's set the house to a nice 71 degrees. How about that? That should be all of them. Now we're at 38.2. Oh, there we go, 50. That's so much energy, 51.6. Oh my gosh. You can see the spike. This is where we were all day long. We were around like 8.8 and we went up to 17. Had a little outage for a little bit there. Not a power outage, just sometimes the data doesn't report properly. The highest we got was around 25, and now we are all the way up to 51.4 kilowatts. For the first few months, I would have the Tesla Powerwall charge up during the day. So whenever there's excess power coming from the solar, instead of pushing it back to the grid, it would push directly into our Powerwall. So it would take it from 20% full all the way to 100%. And then what was cool is that for the first few hours of the evening, instead of pulling power from the grid, we would drain the Powerwalls from 100% down to 20%, and then redo that every single day. We didn't use any energy from the power supply for like 8 hours, and it was fantastic. Thank you, Powerwall. This was such a good decision. Then I called my local power company and asked them, how much is the energy company paying for the power that I'm pushing back to the grid? And it turns out that any energy that I push back to the grid, they buy it for 100% of the cost. So basically give me a 1-for-1 credit for when I use it later in the day. So the grid is my Powerwall. It's really nice to be able to have a power company that buys back my energy for 100%. But to be fair, they did tell me that next year, they're only gonna buy it back for 80%. The year after that, they're gonna buy it back for 60%, and the year after that, they're gonna go down to 40%. So at that point, give me a few years, 3 or 4 years, I think my Tesla Powerwall will finally be worth its money, because I can use it to store energy and feed energy back to my house, because the energy that I'm selling back is only 40%. So by me cycling through my battery Powerwall every single day, I'm actually degrading the battery, and the sooner that it's going to basically be dead and unusable and you need to go buy another one. My battery pack is only there for an emergency. Like if something crazy happens, like the power goes out, which this is the stormiest weather that you're going to see in our little town. Honestly, like this is it right now. This is actually kind of crazy, this wind. But like the power went out yesterday, it went out for 5 minutes because lightning struck. I think I can survive for 5 minutes. Gosh, that storm is looking pretty big. I'm gonna go in the garage. So yes, it is good to have a Powerwall or a backup whenever the power does fail. And when I say it's not worth the money, what I mean is that I could have taken that $20,000 that it cost to put these on the wall, and I could have put a bunch more, maybe 20, maybe 30 more solar panels on the house. Every single day that would be generating money for me and money for our house, decreasing the cost. Now the thing that you have to understand is that the 2 Powerwalls that we have, they are only 13.5 kilowatts of energy inside of it. So we have 2 of them, so that's what, 27? And the max output is 5 kilowatt hours at one time. So we can get 10 kilowatt hours coming out. In fact, I'll show you what that looks like. Like if we wanted to use the Powerwall right now, I can change it to self-powered, and watch this. We're going to take all the energy from the Powerwalls right now and push it to the house. So even with 2 Powerwalls that are fully charged, right now with all of our cars charging, with all of the lights and the AC on, which is not recommended, we don't do this all the time, we can only get 10 kilowatts out max out of the 2 different Powerwalls, 5 per Powerwall. this is going to drain incredibly fast. Like maybe in an hour or two, it's gonna be gone. And you can see we're still pulling 42 kilowatts from the grid. So yes, I know a lot of you in the comments are like, wow, your house is like a commercial building. Yeah, it kind of is. Luckily and fortunately for us, the power cost in our city is the same day and night. There's no like more expensive in the day, cheaper at nighttime. It is 6 cents per kilowatt. So if we look at yesterday, for example, 256 kilowatt hours. 256 times 0.06. So yesterday it cost us $15.36 for all of our energy usage that we had yesterday. So basically our solar panels saved us $4 yesterday. If we had more solar panels instead of the Powerwalls, we would have made more money right here because we're really not using our Powerwalls every day. So that's a decision. If you are thinking about getting Tesla solar and Tesla Powerwalls, you're really need to look at what is the cost of the energy of the electricity in the city that you live in. How much will they buy it back for when you push energy back to the grid? And then also, like, how often do you have power outages? If you have them a lot, then the benefit of that is gonna weigh heavier than just the cost of how much energy you're saving from that side of it. For us, probably not the most useful thing. So I am thinking about getting more solar, and I was thinking about getting 1 or 2 more battery Powerwalls so that we could store more energy and use it. But after watching this for 6 months and looking at the actual raw data, I've learned I really need more solar. I do not need more Powerwalls. I can survive with my 2, because if the power goes out and we just pull off of the Powerwalls, all that it will do is have the lights run for our entire house, and then the AC unit for our studio, because it's just one unit, it's a contained place, and if it really got hot at nighttime, we could run it in there. So there is a video that I did not plan on making that I wish I didn't buy Tesla Powerwalls, but I kind of wish we didn't buy it. It was not the best use of money. I'm willing to admit when I made a mistake with money, and we did with that one. I should not have bought the Powerwalls. Now, if we end up selling the house, which we might in a few years, this is our dream home, but the kids grow up, they move out, maybe there will be some benefit to the next owner and some value, and we'll get our money back in selling the house and that it's already here. But as of right now, I wish I had more solar units. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I hope this was helpful to some of you. I know a lot of you in the comments are gonna be like, you don't know anything about what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Let me know in the comments. I love learning from you in the comments, even when I'm wrong. This is a rainstorm, and this is about as bad as it gets where we live. I love it. I love the lightning. I love the thunder. I love the rain. Those storm clouds are pretty ominous, and they look kind of reddish, like they have a red hue to them compared to that one over there that's just dark and rainy. Look at those clouds. It is so wet out there. I love this. This never happens.